The new book, May-December End, The Ballad of Joey Flowers. Available now on Amazon and Amazon Kindle. Get your copy today.
Disclaimer. We are unqualified and unapologetic. We are not professionals, just married. Take what works, leave what doesn't. Let's do this.
Sessions and lessons unscripted, they fall. Nothing to hold, nothing at all. Screaming in silence, no curtain call. Just echoes in an empty hall. Answers buried in the static.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Joel, host of Sessions and Lessons Unscripted. And here in front of me right now, the lovely Gloria Rosario.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Gloria.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I got a sore throat, kind of.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, I don't know. All of a sudden, like, I swear, I don't know if it's age or what, but how messed up is it you get up in the morning and stuff just hurts?
I snap, crackled, and pop like in 3 different areas of my body.
Like, for
Before you-
example, I have some kind of issue with my ankle. I don't remember twisting it or stepping on something. It's like just out of the blue,
The wind blew in the wrong direction.
and I'm all messed up. So how are you, Gloria?
I'm good. I'm
Uh,
physically mush, but not spiritually, mentally, alert, I guess.
Alert?
Alert, somewhat.
Okay.
No, I feel detached from my body this week.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know if I've been fighting something off.
Like sickness wise?
Yes, because I am so tired, like beyond. Like I'm basically dragging myself from one place to the other.
I feel like that too. Maybe it's the weather. I don't know.
Or I don't know if it's just because I don't feel like I've had a time off because it's been like boom, 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 boom for like the last month.
Well, you have been doing extra hours and stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't know. It just feels like I'm tired. Not like my body's okay, but I'm like just
You're
tired.
mentally not there.
Yeah, I'm like I feel mentally drained.
Mm.
And then my allergies, I've had almost 2 asthma attacks.
Oh man, you look terrible.
Within like the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I've almost had asthma attacks, and I have not had any breathing issues in a really, really long time.
Yeah.
And they happen anywhere. Like I was at Walmart earlier and I just started wheezing out of nowhere. I was like, at Walmart? Like, I don't know. I think I need to go to the doctor and recheck my allergies and see where I'm at with stuff
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like having to take extra medication. Like, I can't take anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No, I promise you, I'm going to overdose on Benadryl. I don't know if it's possible to, but I think one of these days I am going to overdose on that.
Mm.
There's only so much you can take. But anyways, I don't want to complain about that. Let's talk about you. What's going on with you?
Me and the same old, going to the job I love. Dealing with people that I love. No, what a buddy of mine was, you shouldn't say you had a bad day, you had a character building day. Well, damn it, this place likes to build character.
It's building a lot of character in me, let me tell you.
I will say though, admittedly, I've been feeling a lot better about it, and I know I might have touched on it before. You know, not that I'm complaining about my job because I'm grateful for it and all, but there was a few changes, that happened at my job, which I think they were for the better. I mean, others don't know this, but
Right.
for myself, it was for the better. Does it change my views? Does it change certain things? No, but at least it's a little more tolerable. if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But and it's like I try not to be a complainer and complain about stuff, and I still do. Don't I complain like most of us out there do.
I'm gonna send you to the complaint department.
No, I am the complaint department. But I mean, I think I'm getting better and better at things as I go along. And guys, I'm not perfect at all. Like, as as much as Gloria thinks I'm perfect, I'm not at all. I'm just a regular.
The bold-faced lie, sir. Bold-faced.
Well, a little bit. I embellished that a little bit.
A little bit. Watch out there, Pinocchio.
But yeah, I'm about to knock the microphone out with my nose. But I think as time goes on, I'm getting better and better and better at stuff. And I'm just a regular guy going through life like everyone else. Everyone has good days and bad days. You get up and you're like in a good mood, and other days you get up and you want to, just forget it, crawl back into bed and just like forget everything.
Yeah.
But and it's a struggle. I wouldn't even call it a struggle anymore.
Right.
But
It's
I mean,
it's been an adjustment for you, I think is what it is.
maybe.
Yes.
But I mean, I guess better late than never, right?
Yeah.
With my old ass. But yeah, I mean, I can't really complain too much. So other than that, whatever. Which kind of brings us to the subject we were going to talk about today, because I was kind of thinking about this before, because I was in conversations with a few people about it, and I came home one day, and then Gloria and I were talking about it, and we were talking about how when you make changes to yourself, or you try to live a certain way or whatever, people start to view you a little different, and then it's almost like they feel uncomfortable,
Yeah.
or they say oh, look, he thinks he's so good and he's better than us or whatever. So it's a thing, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, and you should always be striving to be better, to be a better version of yourself.
Definitely.
And you should always be striving to be a better Gloria tomorrow than you were today. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, there cannot be a better version of Gloria because it already exists. She's in front of you.
I almost spit on my water just now.
That is crap, and you know it.
But that's what I mean. Like, it's funny too, because I'll think about it like, oh, Joel thinks he's better than everybody else. Because I've even heard that before, right?
I've heard that before.
And I'm thinking to myself, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Like, yeah, I'm trying to be better than you. Yes, I'm trying to.
I don't think it's the correct phrasing when you say, yeah, because I'm trying to be better than you, because that sounds like you're putting the other person down. You should be like, yeah, I'm trying to improve myself. You're kind of acknowledging that you are changing.
Yeah, I agree with
but
you.
you're not saying like, I'm better than you because you suck. Like,
I agree with that. But I mean, I guess it fits in the context of the moment, right? Because we've talked about this before, about people's maturity levels, right?
Absolutely.
So then you have some, like, for example, and I'm guilty of this, right? You have a group of dudes, right? And they just be ball busting all the time and roasting each other and, acting like college kid idiots, right? And then, like, if one of them steps out and tries to be the quote unquote adult, or more, less of an idiot,
Right.
then right away you're threatened, right? Or they like, oh, this guy thinks he's better
Better
than
than
all
us,
of us
yeah.
and all. And it's kind of like, well, yeah, because I'm not trying to stay in this level. I'm trying
Right.
to elevate myself,
Yeah.
raise my standards, if you will.
Ooh, big fancy word.
So, but it's weird how people get so like offended. I don't get that.
I've oddly gotten that in the past, and it was when I stopped using substances. That the group of people that I was hanging out with was like, oh, she's like gotten too good for us, or she's too good for us, or she thinks that, she's better than us. And
See, but you would say, yeah, because I'm not doing that junk now.
right. Well, but
Right.
I didn't say it like that. I was like, dude, I'm just trying to get clean to better myself,
Hmm.
I'm not judging you guys for doing or not doing. That's like your body, your business, your problem, you know?
Right.
And at times you kind of do have to separate yourself from other people. And again, we've talked about this. When you hang out with like minded people, you tend to get more encouragement than if you're down with the other people that are maybe not as detail oriented or as goal driven as you're trying to become.
Hmm.
So it's like you kind of have to cut certain people out so you can find new people that are going to have the same ideas and, um, goals and accomplishments just like you.
You know, one thing that I would struggle with, and I'm kind of curious if anyone out there this has happened to them. I would. It's like I've mentioned it before. I lived in two worlds, right?
Right.
So I'll go out of my house, and I'll be the goofy, like play along with the guys, and I mean, and I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but lower my standards, right?
Right.
To match their standards or whatever,
Yeah.
match their energies. And then, like, when I'm out of that situation, then that's when I'm more like the reserved, quiet kind of, uh, I was going to say introspective.
Where is the quiet and reserved Joel at home, man? I get the complete opposite.
I entertain you and you know it. You
I'm like,
know,
why do I have to suffer?
you get what you get, lady. That's it.
You get it and you got it, and that's enough.
But yeah, I mean, and it is really lowering your standards, right? So I mean, that has to be a constant, and I'm guilty of that, I guess.
I could see. I guess it's okay to like cut loose every once in a while and like joke around.
Yeah.
But I always say this, and I even say this to you, not at you, but I have told people, and
Hmm.
oh, excuse me, there is a time and a place for everything.
Right.
So
And it's like people don't know how to shut that off.
no, and it's like I can't speak like I speak with you or with my brothers or anybody like as I do with the clients or with office people or managers. It's like there's a time and a place for everything.
Right.
You could still be yourself, but be a more toned down version of yourself. You're not necessarily lying or pretending or being two faced, as people would say, you know, because you do kind of have to tone it down. Here I'm bouncing off the walls and like dancing around and singing and, I'm all over the place.
Right.
But can you imagine me doing that at work? Like, you're gonna be like, you need to calm down.
Excuse me, ma'am. You're gonna have to leave.
We're gonna have to let you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're completely right, but I don't know. It's like I said. It's like there has to be consistency. That's a good word to use, right?
Right.
Because and I'm gonna use myself an example. I'm gonna call myself out. I'm gonna do all that. I I don't. Sometimes I feel like I'm a a fake, or I put on a front.
Okay.
I feel like I have two. Like, for example, people at work aren't gonna know like that I write and I have a book out and I podcast and
Unless they're stalking your pages.
well, whatever. But um, and then there's that part of me, right? The more kind of like I feel like I'm not being 100% real because if like say the one side were to see the other side, they would be like, well, what the heck is this? You know what I'm saying? Because it's way two different contrasting things. I think I'm making sense. Please, the both of you that are listening, don't turn us off.
No, I understand what you're saying. I just think that I don't know. Not that I hide who I am or
See, that's the thing, because I wouldn't say I hide who
no,
I am.
like I said, you tone it down a little bit,
Mm,
At least for me, like that's
I
my
don't know.
tactic, because
Mhm.
um there are situations where, you know, if I walk into a client's house, not the current client that I have, but any client's house, and I see that it's all dreary and droopy and they're just kind of like very like nonchalant, like they don't give a crap about anything.
Mhm.
Of course I'm going to turn up the sunshine happy place Gloria, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to elevate the situation, the room, the humor,
Right.
So I'm going to be joking around and kind of trying to make them laugh and, be myself but a little bit more toned down. Not crazy Gloria at home,
Mm.
But I mean, I wouldn't act the same if I go to a room and someone's on hospice and, they're about to pass. I'm not going to be jumping around and try to make people laugh and stuff.
Right.
You have to kind of read the room, read the situation, read the people.
I like the way you said that. You got to read the room.
No, you do have to read the room,
Yeah.
because you don't want to be the person sticking out, or making a jerk out of yourself.
Which I do daily.
Yes. I agree on that.
But see, to be on the kind of on the serious side though, like I feel like that though, like I make myself look like a jackass a lot of the time when I'm not here.
Uh-huh.
And don't get me wrong, and guys out there, my buddies know that I like to joke around, and I'm sarcastic. That's just how I am,
Right.
without being mean or malicious, right? But I don't know. I find myself feeling bad because I made a complete fool of myself, and that's not me, if that makes
Right.
any sense.
Well, then stop doing it. If it doesn't feel like it's you, then you're not being yourself. You're not being your authentic self.
And that's what I'm trying. I think that's what I'm trying to get at, though.
Right. I got that. But it's like, why do you have to lower yourself to fit in with people? It's like,
But that's the thing, though. I wouldn't say I do that to fit in, or
well, what would you call it then? If you're not acting like yourself to kind of
so then maybe my one of my issues is I don't know myself. Maybe.
or maybe you should just adjust yourself to not have to lower yourself to acting a certain way that doesn't feel right to you, you
Mm.
know? And that's always been my thing. Like, when I was really, really little, I couldn't find my place. Like, I didn't know where I belonged because I was, first of all, I was Mexican or basically Caucasian school
Area, yeah.
area, right? And then, so, I had no choice but to hang out with the people who were around me, right?
Yeah.
So then when I went to a different school, well, now it was half Caucasian and half Mexican. Maybe 2 or 3 Asian students, 1 or 2, Indian students or, whatever. But it was either the
There was a little more diverse.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it was like I wasn't Mexican enough to be with the Mexican kids, and I felt out of place with the, Caucasian kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, I would find myself kind of like lost in between. I didn't know, like, and this was when I was really young. When you're young, you're still trying to form yourself and ideas and all that. But eventually, I figured out that it doesn't matter. Like, just be yourself in
Right.
any given situation. And that's one thing that I've constantly strive for in my life, and as I'm growing older, and just it's like I feel that I have to be genuinely myself, because if I'm not myself, I feel out of place. I feel uncomfortable. I feel out of like character.
Mm.
Again, different times call for different versions of me. But
But
it's
you're
all
still
me.
100% you.
Right.
Okay.
And I think that's important. You have to be yourself at all times, whether it's professional Joe, or whether it's, fun time Joe, or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's important to always be yourself, but mold yourself to the situation that's in front of you. Like I said, read the room.
So what would you say about what I said, where I think I feel like a fraud, basically?
I don't think so much that fraud is the correct word. It's just you feel out of place. Basically, that's not being a fraud. That's just you not knowing where your place is,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And what I always said is, if you don't fit in one place, make your own place,
That is true.
you know?
Yeah.
These are Gloria philosophies.
What was what were we saying? Glowisms?
Glowisms and glow philosophies.
Gloflocities?
Glow philosophies?
How would we say that? Well, that's another glowism.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird how that worked?
it is.
So would you say you're 100 all the time?
The only time where I didn't feel like myself
Mm.
was probably most recently.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but this is the most recent thing that's happened to me, is when my grandmother passed away and we were at the funeral home.
Right.
I felt really out of place. Even
At the
though
funeral?
at the
Oh.
funeral, which is so weird because it's my grandmother.
Yeah.
But I just felt so disconnected, and I didn't know how to act.
Mm-hmm.
And part of it was because, of course, I'm going emotionally through a lot of things at that moment.
Right.
But it's like, it was weird. I didn't know how to process things.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, I don't know. That's like probably the most recent time where I didn't know where I fit in.
Right.
But that was because there was so many different people from like different periods of my life, from when I was born to when I was a kid to teenager to now. And everybody in between was there.
But I mean, I would almost want to say that I don't want to. Well, that's kind of different, right? Because, like you said, there's people from different eras of your life, and people you haven't seen, or people you had disagreements with in the past, stuff like that.
Right. But what I'm saying is that everything came at me at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was already going through emotional things, I didn't know, like, I don't know. I just felt really out of place. Like, really, I didn't feel like myself, is basically like, you know what I mean? Like, and it was just weird. So I kind of understand what you're talking about. Like, when you feel like you're kind of not yourself just to fit a situation. But take it as a learning experience and think about what you can do differently,
Yeah,
to change the situation.
I think that's. I guess one of the things I got to work on is just being more consistent. And then now with all of this, the thing with the book, and I'm trying to, uh, you know, get it out there, and it's almost like I guess a put up or shut up situation, because it's like I can't. Now it's I got to pick sides, right? That's how I feel. So I have to either be the dumbass joking around, not serious, inappropriate Joel, right? Dumbing it down for other people, or step it up and then be the other Joel. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if someone were to say, you better pick right now, you can only pick one side. You either be this jackass over here or you be this guy over here. I would pick the not jackass part. Then that's kind of where I'm at right now, I think.
But why do you have to pick? Why can't you just be?
I don't know.
Because we have to be like flexible,
Right, but still at the same time you can't dumb yourself down, which sometimes I feel like that's what I do. But I mean, I don't know. It's but then it's part of my personality, right? Because I like to joke around and whatever. But
there's nothing
and
wrong.
I act like I act my shoe size. It's the and there's nothing wrong with having fun and joking around and stuff. But I feel like I'm kind of struggling with that. Where okay, dude, now you got to pick one. Like you either gonna be the more uh intellectual, not so. I mean, not saying to not be funny or joke around, but be the more like I guess straightforward and try
Okay,
to
but why do you feel that you need to change though? I'm not understanding.
because so let me put it this way. If certain people that I know that don't know about this other side were to find out about it,
But that's your personal life.
I know, but it's gonna be like there's no way Joel's gonna write a book like that or talk like that, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it doesn't coincide. It doesn't match. If that makes any sense.
And here's another thing that I was going to tell you. It's like people who know me have different versions of me
Hmm.
because there are some people that I feel completely and totally relaxed around.
But it's on them or on you.
What do you mean?
Like, is it there's different versions of Gloria because is that what you project, or is it their perception?
The perception.
Okay, explain.
Okay, because I am a super down to earth person, right?
Hmm.
I'm maybe I want to say 50% calm most of the time.
50% calm most of the time. That reminds me of Anchorman. It works 60% of the time, all of the time.
Yeah. No, but okay, so I'm super down to earth. I consider myself to be a really kind person.
Yes, you
But
are. But mhm,
I've always said I'm a really nice person, and if I'm a dick to you, there's a reason why. You know what I mean? So you get a different version of me.
right.
You know, some people know
I
me.
guess that is true because I'm the
That
same
is.
way. If
Because-
I don't, I try not to dislike people, but it happens, right?
right.
And
We're
I
human.
mean, you act different around
There's
them,
some people that we're gonna get along with, and other people that we're not gonna click with, and that's
right?
just life.
Hmm.
You don't have to have a reason to like or not like someone. It's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
But like I said, it just depends how people treat me.
Right.
Some people in my family think that I'm like this raging Tasmanian,
Yeah. Not so nice person.
not so nice person. And as the people have got
Which is wild to me.
right, but
Right.
no, but think about
Uh-huh.
I've had a lot of issues with family in the past.
Mhm.
So that's all that they've gotten from me. And I 100% believe in treating people exactly how they treat you.
Mhm.
I'm not a mean person, but if you're mean to me, I'm going to be mean back and I could be really mean,
Right.
you know, but I prefer to be calm.
Right.
I don't you know, so this is kind of like a really personal and private moment. I haven't really talked about it, but
Do tell.
no, I mean it's nothing like that. Um, when going back to like my grandmother's funeral,
Mm,
um, when everybody left, right? It was just me, my mom, another uncle, and my brothers,
mm,
right? And I had gone all day. Like I've cried. I cried a little bit here and there and stuff.
right,
But as soon as everybody left and it was just my core people,
right.
I lost it. I don't think I've ever cried that hard in my life as I did in that moment.
Mm,
Never. I never let my mom see me cry like that or my brothers.
right.
So for them, it was a shocker to see me like this, because I've always been kind of put together. Not
Mm,
put together so much, but emotionally, I don't show a lot,
right.
you know? And I heard from somebody else, and it was something that my mom said to somebody else, and it got back to me, and they were like, your mom said that you lost it after everybody left.
Mm,
I was like, yeah, I did. And, my mom was telling me to calm down and to just try to breathe and stuff. And, you know, I told my mom, I was like, no, this is like my moment. Like,
yeah, yeah,
let me have my mental breakdown because I haven't cried during this whole time
right.
until now. And everybody left. And like I said, I was the first one with my grandmother all the time and I was the last one. And it was kind of poetic how it was like I had the last few minutes with her before she passed and before she was, taken away.
Uh,
And you know, my mom was shocked that I had that emotion. I mean, because I had never shown that before in my life. And it's like we're emotional people. Like we're humans. We're emotional.
right.
Whether we're out about our emotions or whether we do it quietly, we all have emotions,
Mm,
And you have to be yourself genuinely because let's say that I had pretended that I was okay and then I didn't lose it until later.
right.
I would have lost that opportunity to let all that emotion out and it would have been something that I'd still be carrying with me. No, not to say that I'm not sad or still devastated by it,
Right.
but you have to be yourself. Like, laugh when you have to laugh, cry when you have to cry, be mean when you have to be mean. It's okay because we're people with emotions and hormones, and you know, we
Mm,
explode on people, and we love people, and you know, we're such complicated beings.
right.
You know, with a wide range of like emotions and different emotional like capabilities, and you know, and I've always just found it fascinating. You know, just sitting and watching people and seeing like different behaviors and stuff because we really are like unique,
Yes.
you know, and you have to be yourself at all times.
Well, that's funny because we're all unique but the same at the same time.
Right. But you feel anger differently than I feel anger
Hmm.
and differently than the neighbor feels anger.
Right.
What might piss you off might make me laugh. And it's just like, it's okay. Just feel the emotions and be who you are,
Yeah.
you know? And if you have to kind of tone it down a little bit to fit a situation, then that's what you have to do.
Hmm.
And you shouldn't feel bad about it. Because sometimes it's a survival thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
You're just basically trying to make it through the day. And if you have to kind of fake the funk a little bit to get through the day and to get through those moments of awkwardness with these people, then just do it. But don't feel bad about it.
but wouldn't you say that's like dumbing yourself down though?
Sometimes you have to dumb yourself down to get through a situation. I do it all the
Huh.
time.
I see what you're saying. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe
It's a standards thing though, isn't it? Because now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, it's like, so are you gonna that, and it's like your frame or foundation, right? And I'm starting to sound like my friends here.
foundation.
See, but it's starting to go through my thick skull though, because if you that means you're constantly lowering your standards, right?
But
Because
standards and emotions are two different things.
are they
Yes, emotional and standards are two different things. At least to me,
okay?
I have a standard of treating people kindly. I have a standard of giving kindly. I have you know what I mean? Those are my standards. My values are different than my standards and different than my emotions. See, they're three different to me, anyways. They're
Mhm.
three different categories, Yes, you feel bad when you don't accomplish, certain standard or, and you feel bad when you have to change your values or whatever, but we do this on a regular basis because we're humans and we're growing and mentally we're changing every day,
Mm.
and you shouldn't feel bad about it. It's not necessarily a standard, it's an emotional thing. You do it to get through the hump and then, it's fine. Move on from it.
Then come home and irritate Gloria.
Yeah, and then come home and yell at me.
I don't yell. I don't.
I swear to God,
Maybe that's why my throat is sore.
we should have a whatchamacallit.
Like a hidden camera, and they'll have
Yeah.
like a reality show.
I swear I'm gonna start doing that so people see how you really are.
No, I will not allow it. People cannot see that.
You don't ruin my life.
They won't. They won't watch it anyway because they barely listen to the show.
Hey, don't belittle the show.
No, I will not. Yeah, but I can see your point, but I still think it's something that I personally have to work on,
Then work on it.
and I want to be consistent. I don't want to be wishy washy. You know what I mean?
So tell these people to funk off.
Okay, but then that goes back to what you were saying. Like, you have to do stuff to get through the day. Because, right, if I did tell people really what I felt sometimes, like, I would have a miserable day. Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Well, then pick and choose, man.
Okay. So pick and choose.
Yep, pick and choose your battles.
I guess so. I suppose.
I suppose.
So, yeah, I mean, okay. So then here, the question is flat out. You think would you say that you were better than them then?
Speak English.
So you would say that you are better because you're,
I'm a better person
uh-huh.
than I was. Not compared to anybody else. I'm a better person than I was back then.
Mm-hmm.
Did I lose brain cells? Absolutely.
See, I would say I'm no better than anyone else, right? I'm
No.
just a normal guy, and I'm not better than anyone else.
No, the
But-
only person that I have competition with is myself. I don't care about, I'm happy when my people accomplish stuff. Like, I really, really get a kick out of that. And we've talked about that before,
Yeah.
But I'm not in competition with absolutely anybody except for myself.
Mm.
And every day I try to be better than, I was the day before. And I know that sounds like a cliche thing, but I genuinely, at least once a day or twice a day or whatever,
Mhm.
try to do something nice for someone. Whether it's letting somebody who has 2 items cut in front of me in a grocery store, whether someone's short 50 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like those kind of little things make me feel better.
Right.
And it's not because like I feel that I'm better than other people or anything like that, because that has no bearing in my life.
Mhm.
I don't care. Mind your business and I'll mind mine, you know?
That is true the way you put it that way.
Right.
It's like you just worry about yourself
Absolutely.
and you act the way you act or whatever, comport you just
Based on my character, not based on keeping up with Sally down the street, you know?
mm,
I don't care what Sally does. That's none of my business.
right.
Just like I don't care what Sally thinks. What Sally thinks of me is none of my business. I'm telling you, that's my mantra. It's none of my business.
Well, Sally's kind of
There is no Sally, you guys.
All right. Well, yeah, so I mean, bottom line, just keep doing what you're doing, or you want to be a better version of yourself as the days go on and on and on. So, you brought up a good point, Gloria. You gotta like just worry about yourself, and you're in competition with yourself. You like forget everyone else.
No, it doesn't matter because, you know, every day that you're in competition with other people,
Hmm.
you're setting yourself up to feel failure and
Right.
to fail because there's no way that you're going to be able to keep up with everybody. You know what I mean? Some people do better than others. And again, some people might have more money. Some people seem like they have more money because they have horrible credit.
Right.
You know, it's just a matter of perception.
I suppose so.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just gotta worry about, just you be you, the best you can be.
Yep. And only be in competition with yourself.
We should put that on a t-shirt. And our 3 listeners, well, it should be a little bit more than 3 now, I think, at this point. What do you,
Oh, I know.
5? Actually, speaking of, when was it? A couple days ago,
Thursday.
we, once in a while, we'll go on some of the sites that we're part of, or like the kind of keep tabs on the show and whatever we're up to, interwebs.
Basically, it's just like creator sites.
And I'm not hung up on numbers and all of this other stuff or whatever, but it was kind of nice to get like these stats that were
Awesome.
kind of awesome, I guess. I mean, it kind of brightened up our day when we saw them. Like,
That was the first thing I saw that when I woke up in the morning and I got the messages.
yeah, and so apparently, the way I said that, apparently,
Apparently.
it's our show was a 2025 instant hit show, and it said that it was debut season was more popular than 91% of other new shows, and then it was a 2025 talked about show, 93% more comments than other shows, and then 2025 most shared show, and we received more shares than 95% of other shows.
You should be thrilled. You look like you're reading the newspaper over there. Be excited.
This is me. This is excitement. I'm very excited. Can't
Complete
you tell?
polar opposites here. Complete polar opposites. You know,
There's always room for improvement.
95%, dude. Like, come on. Come on.
No, I'm over here being excited. No, but in all seriousness, I think that's great. It's in the right direction. I super totally 139.92569% appreciate everybody out there. Appreciate you guys listening. Appreciate you guys sharing and telling other people. I think it's great. And of course, without you guys, it wouldn't be like that. But yeah, so thank you very much. At least for me, anyways. I don't know about Gloria over there.
You know who popped into my brain right now? Remember that dog from I don't know if it was Tom and Jerry.
You're
But-
talking about Droopy?
Droop, that is you, my friend.
Oh my God, I used to hate Droopy.
Anyways, you guys,
Was it? Maybe it was Tom and Jerry. Droopy the dog, and then the way he talked, all slow.
and sad. That's
And
what you sound
sad.
like. But before Joel cut me off and I said, anyways, my pieces, I am very thankful and very grateful for each and every one of you guys. You know, help us grow, put us out there, because the more support we get, the better the programs will get, and the better equipment will be.
Yes, if anybody has money out there and want to give it to us, we will gladly take it.
Joel needs to buy more equipment.
But yeah, thank you very much, guys, for listening and spreading the word. We really do appreciate it. I think we'll leave it there. Don't forget the website, sessions and lessons unscripted.com. We did a little bit of remodeling, so it's going to look a little different. We're constantly working on it. So, yeah, check it out. And don't forget our email is sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. And then visit us all on the socials. And like I said, the most popular one and the hottest one is TikTok. And yeah, so and also I guess I'll throw this in there. Don't forget the book, May, December End, The Ballad of Joey Flowers. It's available now at Amazon, and you can download it right now on your Amazon Kindle. I believe it's also a part of Kindle Unlimited. So if you're a subscriber or you have that, you have that service, it should be available on there as well. So I think that's it. Do you want to add anything else, Gloria?
Nope, just my appreciation. And thank you guys for listening.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Take care. Hope you guys have a great day. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.